My base sent me to kill an alien, but she was protecting her baby. 2 captures before nightfall. That was the order, sharp and final, leaving no space for hesitation, delay, or questions. Bring them back alive if possible. The base needs energy, and this dying planet is the last source left. Vast broken desert under fading sun, dust drifting over cracked land, eerie silence across the empty horizon. I check my weapon and seal my suit as it locks around me. 5 years of training have led to moments like this where everything becomes instinct. Track the target, capture it without emotion and doubt, just duty, and another hunt begins. Close-up mech suit locking in, HUD lighting up, visor reflections, mechanical systems activating. What if the next breath you take decides the fate of an entire world? I tighten my suit as it seals around me, the systems awakening in perfect sync with my pulse. Ahead lies a dying desert, silent and endless, where every step could lead me closer to the target or straight into something I was never meant to find. I move across broken land, scanning the desert ahead. The terrain is silent, too silent, but my sensors pick up movement in the distance. Low-level targets, fast and unstable, are marked as threats to human zones. It's a standard mission, nothing new. I step forward slowly, letting the system lock onto the moving shapes ahead of me. Everything feels controlled, predictable. The kind of mission we run every day without thinking twice, but then something changes. A warning flickers across my visor as the scanner refines the signal. Multiple life signatures move across the ridge, spreading and regrouping like they know the terrain better than any map we have. Dust drifts through the air around them, glowing faintly in the fading light. I slow my pace, focusing my aim, waiting for the perfect moment to close the distance. Then one of the shapes stops moving. For a brief moment, the wind carries a low sound across the desert. It almost feels like a call moving between them, quiet but deliberate, as if the herd communicates in ways our scanners cannot fully understand yet. The system labels it background noise, but something about it feels intentional. Slow push-in toward lone glowing alien figure standing in desert storm, wind swirling around her. And that's when I see her. She stands apart from the others, tall and still, watching me from across the dust and wind. Her skin carries a faint glow, like light trapped beneath the surface. Strange, organic patterns move across her arms and neck, flowing slowly like they are alive. My visor immediately locks onto her, and the system flags her presence as a high-value target, with a priority capture designation that leaves no room for hesitation. I should move in right away. That is what I am trained for. But she does not run or attack. Instead, she slowly lowers herself, placing her body between me and what stands behind her. That's when I see it, a child, small and trembling, glowing faintly like her. The mother pulls it close, wrapping it tightly in her arms, shielding it completely. There is no aggression and fear, but only pure instinct to protect. This mother alien shielding glowing child, tight protective posture, and dust moving around them. My grip tightens around the weapon as the command echoes inside my helmet. Do not hesitate. I take a step forward. A second later, the ground erupts beside me. A massive creature crashes into the herd like a storm of muscle and bone. Sand explodes into the air as the herd scatters in panic, but the creature is not attacking randomly. It is going straight for her. Everything breaks into chaos. My body moves on instinct. I shift forward and block the strike meant for the child. The impact hits my armor like a collapsing wall. Metal screams under pressure, and my entire body shakes inside the suit. The creature turns toward me, confused for only a moment. Then it charges again. This time I am the target. I raise my weapon, but I am too slow. The creature slams into my chest with crushing force. Pain explodes through my body as the armor fractures under the blow. My vision splits into bright flashes and darkness. Then everything disappears. When I wake up, there is only silence. Cold stone rests above me, dust floats slowly through the air. I realize I am lying inside a cave. My armor is cracked open and every breath burns through my ribs. I try to move, but the pain forces me back down immediately. For a moment, I expect the creature to appear or something worse waiting in the shadows, but nothing comes. I look down toward the wound in my side. A blue substance covers it. It glows softly, pulsing with faint light like a heartbeat. The strange material reacts when my hand moves closer, almost as if it recognizes my presence. Close-up glowing blue healing substance, reacting like living energy. Then I feel something else. Someone is watching me. Slowly, I turn my head. She is standing near the wall. The alien woman from the desert, calm and silent, observes me with steady eyes. She holds no weapon. Her posture carries no fear but awareness. This alien woman standing in cave shadows, soft glow outlining her figure. I should raise my weapon, but I don't. Behind her, a small movement appears. The child steps forward from the shadows. It looks at me directly, its glowing skin casting faint light across the cave walls. There is no fear in its eyes, but only curiosity, as if I were not a hunter at all. I try to speak, but my voice breaks before any words form. Suddenly, distant voices echo from outside the cave entrance. It's human voices, a patrol team from the base. She reacts instantly. She lifts the child into her arms and moves toward a narrow crack in the cave wall. Before disappearing, she pauses and looks back at me one last time, as if weighing something she cannot put into words, something neither trust nor hatred, but understanding shaped by survival and loss. Then she disappears into the darkness, leaving me alone with the quiet echo of footsteps outside. One force myself to sit up. Now that I can see the cave clearly, I realize something strange. This place is not random. Tools carved from bone line the walls. A small fire pit rests in the center of the cave, surrounded by stones placed carefully. Animal skins lie folded near the back wall. Small handmade objects sit in the corners like toys. Bone tools, fire pit, and handmade objects revealing a lived-in alien home. This is not a temporary hiding place, but a home. And that thought hits harder than the creature ever did, because it means something we were never told. We were not sent here to hunt beasts. We were sent here to erase something that lives, something that thinks and protects its young. I leave the cave before the patrol reaches it, and make my way back through the desert. The base rises from the horizon like it always does, tall metal walls and towers covered in lights. Machines are humming endlessly. Everything looks normal, but now it feels different. Visuals: massive industrial base in desert night, cold lights scanning surroundings. I walk through the gates without being stopped. The guards barely glance at my damaged suit. To them, it is just another mission gone wrong. Ahead of me, the capture platform is active. Bodies are being unloaded. I step closer and stop. They are not beasts, they look just like her, tall figures with pale, glowing skin. The same organic patterns flow across their bodies. Dozens of them lie across the metal platform, all of them still and dead. Capture platform full of glowing alien bodies, cold mechanical unloading arms. The captain stands nearby, studying numbers on his tablet. 18 units, he says calmly, good yield. My eyes drift across the platform. One of the bodies lies near the edge, smaller than the others. Marks across its stomach show that it was carrying a child. The captain notices my silence. You look quiet today, he says. I don't answer, he shrugs slightly. You always hesitate too much, that's your weakness. Then he turns back to his screen. Tomorrow you go out again. Behind me, workers begin dragging the bodies away across the metal floor like cargo, as if they are nothing. The scraping sound of their bodies across the metal echoes through the hangar longer than it should. No one around me reacts. Soldiers walk past, technicians continue their work, and the machines keep humming like this is just another successful day. That night, I could not sleep. The base hums with machines and distant commands. Through the small window of my quarters, I can still see the platform outside. The bodies remain there under the white lights waiting. I close my eyes, but the cave returns to my mind. The child, the mother, and the way she looked at me when I didn't strike. Not like prey, but like someone who knew I still had a choice. Near midnight, a sound pulls me out of my thoughts. A soft metal movement and careful footsteps, but not human. I follow the sound down the corridor and into the storage sector, where the lights are dim and the air is cold. I see her again. She moves through the shadows quickly, searching through the area with focused urgency. Something is wrong. I react without thinking and pull her behind a stack of containers as patrol guards pass through the hall. We stay still until their footsteps fade into silence. When the corridor clears, she turns toward me. This time, she does not hesitate. She pulls a carved bone fragment from her side. Strange glowing symbols run across its surface. A map or a message. I understand immediately that the child is still inside the base. I nod and together we move. We pass through restricted corridors and sealed doors that soldiers like me are never meant to enter. The deeper we go, the colder the air becomes, until we reach the containment sector. Inside are rows of cages filled not with beasts or monsters, but with captured beings and families. And there she is and the child inside a small cage under dim's white light. The moment the door opens, the child runs forward and clings to her mother. A small broken sound escapes her throat. The mother holds her tightly. I stand behind them watching. For the first time in my life, I do not feel like a soldier. I feel like someone who finally understands what he has been part of. Cage opening, emotional reunion, soft white prison light. Suddenly, alarms erupt across the entire base. Red lights flash along the walls. We run through corridors and open gates. out into the cold desert air as chaos rises behind us. By the time we reach the outer wall, the night has become completely silent again. The desert stretches wide and empty ahead, but then shapes appear in the distance. More of them are survivors. Dozens of glowing figures slowly step forward from the darkness. Alien survivors emerging from desert darkness, glowing softly. They do not attack but simply watch. The mother moves ahead of them and stands between her people and me. She does not thank me and she does not forgive me. Instead, she simply lowers her head slightly, not in surrender but in recognition of the choice I made. I used to follow orders without question, treating targets as nothing more than numbers on a screen, and believing survival meant obedience alone. But not anymore. Everything I thought was certain has started to collapse. Now I understand what I was sent here to destroy and what I refuse to become. The base will come again, that much is certain, but this time I won't be on their side. If this story pulled you into its world, take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is just the beginning. More stories, more strange worlds, and more mysterious creatures are coming soon. Every like, every comment, and every subscription helps these stories reach more people. Thank you for being here.